Americans were redlined from opening businesses in white neighborhoods because white people didn't want Asian Americans operating in their neighborhoods and didn't want Asian Americans profiting off of white people. But because the positionality of Asian Americans is weaponized to oppress black people, Asian Americans were being given loans to open businesses in black communities, even though black people were not able to receive loans to open businesses in their own communities. And as I've said before, as a result of this, black wealth is essentially paid out twice when it goes to Asian American businesses, once when the individual pays for the goods or services, and then again when the Asian American business owner removes the profit from the community. Because usually people open businesses in their own communities, and this is mutually beneficial, where the business owner is making a livelihood off of providing goods and services to their community, and by being a member of the community, they're contributing and they're investing back into the community. This is an ideal situation, and that is not what happens with Asian American businesses operating in black communities. Yes, this is really...
Now, we all know we know this to be true. We know that when you look at black communities, traditionally, especially here out in Southern California, traditionally, it's Asian Americans that run the donut shops, the liquor stores. What else? The beauty supplies. That's the big one. Traditionally, I've seen Asians running. Well, out here they run the cleaners where you go put your clothes to get pressed, right? This is something that we have always known, and it also goes back to what she said about the money. We're paying the money out twice because our money goes to them. We spend our money with them, and then they spend their money with their people. They don't spend their money in our community. Now, she was talking about the business loans where they could not have these business loans to open up businesses in white communities, but they could have these loans to open up the businesses in the black community. And from the outside looking in, a lot of people will say, well, black people are the problem, because why haven't you opened up a business in your community? I see Arabs open up business in the black community. I see East Indians open up convenience stores and motels in the black community. I've seen Africans open up businesses in the black community. I've seen all of these people who are not from America be able to open up a business in the black community, but why haven't you opened up a business in your own community? Well, here you're hearing it from firsthand from an Asian woman who has seen it firsthand. Now, we've been saying this for the longest, but there are plenty of people that could attest to this. Now, on the flip side, you have black people that say, you're playing the victim card by even bringing this up. You are not a victim. Stop playing the victim card. Stop acting like a black person can't open a business. Sure, a black woman can open a business. Sure, a black man can open a business. But the loops and obstacles they have to go through is unprecedented. It's more than these other nations. The loops that we got to go through. Everything that has to be in line, the extras that we have to do. I knew this sister, and she still has the beauty supply today. But at the time I was living by the beauty supply, it was a little strip mall. And this is a black woman that had her beauty supply. And she flat out said that when she goes to get her products, she has to go through Asians to get her products. And there are products like high-end products, the things that black people are buying the most, that black people want the most from the beauty supply store. They would not sell it to her. They would only sell those certain products to their people. That's 100% true. They would only sell certain products to their people. Now, she could get, wholesale deals and on, basic stuff, but the most popular hair care items, the shampoos, the edge controls and stuff, they would only sell to their people. So they have a monopoly on the whole beauty supply game. I think it was greatly demonstrated in what was the documentary Bad Hair? I think it was Bad Hair by Chris Rock. There's a documentary. Go look it up. Somebody put in the chat, put in the comments if you see this video later. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right, but it's a documentary on the hair care business that Chris Rock did. And Asians have a monopoly on that. They have a monopoly on the beauty of a Black woman, or just hair care in the Black community. They have a monopoly on it, literally. And so people will say, well, you are making an excuse. Y'all can open up a business. Yes, Black people can open up a business today. But it's similar to saying that if you have two water hoses, one being all the other people and the other water hose being Black people, and they're both flowing out freely, then with the Black one, you squeeze it a little bit and you constrict it to where water is getting out, but not all the water is coming out, but water is still getting through. It's the same in the Black community. It's the same with Black people. We have the ability to do everything in this earth, whatever we want to do. You want to go to college, you want to be a business owner, you want to be a doctor, you want to be a lawyer, you want to be a pilot, whatever you want to do, we do have the ability to do that, but it's constricted. You get what I'm saying? It's constricted, the things we want to do. Case in point, y'all know the story. Navy Federal Credit Union. Navy Federal Credit Union that services veterans, military, and other people. This credit union was found to be discriminating against Black applicants for home loans. That's in 2023. I think it was 23, but we're in 24 now. That's when the story cracked. This type of discrimination is still happening today. Now, can a Black person own a home? Of course they can own a home, but not at the rate that other nations can, because we still suffer. We're still at the whims of racial discrimination. So you know how racial discrimination will never work or won't exist? If on applications it just says human. If your ID just says human. A lot of times people say race doesn't exist. We live in a post-racial society where race is not a factor anymore. It's about you. Well, if that's the case, why you got to put your race on all forms and applications you write on and you apply for? If that's the case, why we still have to put our race on our identification cards if we're just all human and race doesn't exist? I was talking about that story the other day with Candace Owens, talking about the Black man this, the Black family this, the Black that. Then when she was asked about her white husband, she said, I didn't see race when I got with my husband. I don't see a race when I think about him. See, some people live in a fantasy world and some people live in the world of reality. And the reality is that Black people can do whatever they want to do, but you still have barriers. You still have landmines, and you still have obstacles that you have to get through in order to get there. The problem is that some of us, when we get there, we act like we're the first Negro to do it. We get there and stand on the mountain and look down at all Black people and say, well, I did it. Why can't you do it? I put my bootstraps up. Why can't you pull your boot? Nigga, you're one out of a million. You're fortunate. Good for you. But don't forget about the struggles that maybe you didn't have to go through. Some people get a straight green light through everything. And then some people have to make stops, a couple of them, before they can get to that goal that they want. But she's bringing it out though. Like, these different races are given loans, are able to prosper within our communities. And that also is a shame to Black people and Black leaders that wanted to come together with people that didn't want you to come together. Because I'm sure y'all remember the civil rights movement when we did the sit-ins, and we sat in these places, and we wanted to be a part of this idea of America that was better than the Black communities, the Black towns that we had.